You're live. Oh my gosh.
Yo, what's up?
How's my hair and makeup look?
Looks great.
I feel like I don't have on any makeup.
Welcome everybody to another installment of BrickWall Reviews.
How does my
I'm
gloss
Dave. I'm Dave. This is Sam, and tonight we're going to be talking about Coming to America 2. Coming to America, the sequel. Great movie, guys. I liked it. But before we get into this review, we remind you guys to hit that like button down below if you enjoyed this video. If you aren't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you guys subscribe. It's a big help when you guys subscribe, and it's a super big help when you guys hit that like button. Make sure you guys share this video. Show it to your friends, your best friends, your co-workers, all that good stuff. We love it. The more, the merrier. Also, real quick, as you notice, today is Sunday, not Tuesday. That is because BrickWall Reviews. Yes.
Damn, this daylight savings time. I thought it was Tuesday.
That is, and I'm about to talk about that real quick too. BrickWall Reviews is now going to be on Sunday for our main reviews, our Anime Tuesdays. Is that still going to be on Tuesdays? You'll know if Tuesday comes and you see it or not.
Look,
but
you know like how they do like in animes and stuff, right? So
but yeah, we moved to Sundays. So this is gonna be our new day. So make sure you guys tune in on these days. Don't forget.
My head looks extra fat. I don't know. I think it's my allergies. My eyes are really itching and burning. Yeah.
It's allergy season, guys. It's here. It's daylight savings. That's why we're here at actually near 10:30, because I didn't realize, as smart as I am, I didn't realize that it was daylight savings. I didn't realize it's daylight savings today. So, guys, make sure y'all got your alarm clock set, because it's like 5 different times
it's about to
run around the house.
It is. All the clocks that need to be changed manually have betrayed us.
Yeah, they have severely betrayed us, and I didn't realize it was daylight savings until about an hour ago. So less than an hour ago, actually.
That was supposed to happen tonight. It said that daylight savings time is gonna be on Sunday. I forgot that they usually do it in the mornings.
Yeah, like midnight and stuff like that. Yeah, if only I watched Adult Swim last night. I don't know. Adult Swim usually makes a joke about it. But yeah, so definitely that's when you'll find us here on Sundays. Upcoming review, as you see down below, the Snyder Cut. I'm not stopping, even though I have a crazy work schedule. I will be watching the Snyder Cut, and I will be.
I don't wear glasses.
I will be watching the Snyder Cut. I will be doing a review on that on sometime. And then Falcon and Winter Soldier, my weekly start back up with that. So definitely make sure you guys stay tuned. Those might be on Saturdays for me. So that's all I have to announce, because it's the only day I have to announce. So getting into the movie.
20 minutes of announcements.
Getting into the movie, Coming to America. This film brings back all the original cast, some newcomers in here, and a plot that, in my opinion, I didn't really understand the plot, and I think it could have went in a different direction, maybe even a better direction.
Okay, so what's the plot?
So the plot in this one is Eddie Murphy's character, Prince Akeem, he finds out that he has a son in America, and he needs to find this son because his daughter is the one that's next up to be in line. But of course,
because of the culture, it's preferred for a male to be the heir to the throne, and he did not have any known heirs. He has 3 daughters.
Yep, and is this also a warring country led by Wesley Snipes?
That's so funny.
And who's really good in this movie. And so yeah, it's pretty much just
Wesley Snipes, he's pretty good in all his movies though.
Yeah,
but he was really good in this one. Real funny. His character was funny. And so yeah. But anyway, there's a lot of course, African American actors, and of course, with films like this, you're like, I don't know, but this film, I give it its credit, it came through. It wasn't too much. It wasn't overacting. It wasn't. It was just enough.
I see. Me personally, I thought it was okay. Here's an unpopular opinion, and I've said this to you as well, Sam. I don't think that all of Eddie Murphy's movies were necessarily that funny. For the amount of people who have, had their backs turned on this movie, I was like, well, this is kind of like in line with a lot of what Eddie Murphy did. His movies had more heart than humor. And in this movie, I saw a lot of I saw that throwback to when Eddie Murphy's movies had so much heart in them, and the humor was kind of like, it was, for me, it was like, okay, that's a little funny, that's a little comical. I never really found all his movies that funny.
You know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna say that when we talk about popular or unpopular opinion, that people just want to have something to say. Yeah. Like, damn, can a movie be out for 5 seconds? Like, it wasn't even out for 5 minutes before y'all jumped to conclusions and had really your opinion. Like, you just wanted to rush through, watch the movie just to be the first person to say, I saw something. Like, shut up. And then what also gets me is the criticism that, and I'm going to go there and say that a lot of black people give to black people. Mm-hmm. Like, damn, like black people are never satisfied with anything in regards to what is being, and I don't care. That's how I feel, because it is the truth. But we get so much criticism. But yet when we have other movies that pertain or have similar backgrounds in what's presented, it's not as harsh. Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry. That's just the truth. That's how I feel about it. Like, the comments that came towards this movie, that, like, it made me almost not want to watch it. Mm-hmm. And
yeah, it did make me a little skeptical to see, like, wow, is it going to be that bad?
Yeah, and it wasn't.
I thought it was good. There were a lot of funny moments in it. I definitely think that the comedy was there where it should have been and where it had to be.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't too much.
The original was R-rated, but it was really just R-rated because of certain certain jokes.
Yeah. And then the whole thing about it is that it's a lot of comedians that were in this movie, and it wasn't too much.
Yeah, especially even with Leslie Jones. Yeah. I was very surprised with that, because they gave Leslie Jones just the right amount to her. I was like, now that is a Leslie Jones that I think is hilarious.
It was a great balance.
It was an excellent balance. Tracy Morgan, hilarious in this movie. I think a lot of what Tracy Morgan does is funny anyway, but he was still as funny in this movie as he's been in The Last OG, which I think is an amazing show.
Okay, so I think what a lot of people were expecting was like a Lion King kind of remake kind of thing, You
think so?
I think so, because everybody's Coming to America too, and it's a a remake of a classic. And a lot of people, and I feel like they thought it was really going to be a remake of the classic, and in its own right, it was a remake of the classic.
Yeah, they even go so far as to show certain scenes from the original. That's what I'm saying.
It lines up. It does technically go through the classic Coming to America that originally was released in
1988.
So it does give you that, step by step to whatever the case may be. And so this one, it also presents a lot of, starting new traditions and just, normalizing new things.
Yeah, and it does a really good job in the female empowerment department, which is something I really liked. Because a lot of movies nowadays, they do like this whole, women empowerment. Let's put the women at the forefront, and they kind of don't really do it that well. This is one of the movies that does it really well. Like, I was like, okay, this is empowering to, like, I can show my daughters this, and they can be like, oh, okay, I can do that. I can be that. It's more to being a princess than that. You can be a strong warrior and, still be just as smart as the man in the room.
Or just a strong woman in general. Because in this movie, I can't remember her name, the wife. Anyway, the wife, like, she kind of dimmed herself down too. And she had to be snapped back to reality. Like, sometimes we need a reality check, and that's what this movie gives us, is a reality check on life. Like, everything is not going to go smoothly. Like, how are we going to adapt? Like, we got to make sure that everything is set up and is, because the strongest, that's a theory, the strongest survive because of adaptation. You can't stay the same and expect to progress.
Right. So this
sorry, people. I'm so yeah.
So again, we mentioned earlier that all the original cast are back. You have Eddie Murphy, Arsenio Hall. There's just so many. James Earl Jones.
Even had little Morgan Freeman in here, even though he's not the original cast.
Yeah. And you have so many new people like Jermaine Fowler, Leslie Jones, Tracy Morgan, like I said, Kiki Lane, Shari Headley, Tiana Taylor, Wesley Snipes, like we said already. It's so many new characters in this. Of course, the barbershop characters return. Randy Watson Sexual Chocolate. Which I thought was like the funniest part of the movie to me was when Sexual Chocolate was there at the end. He redoes a lot of the characters that we enjoyed from the first movie, and those are parts of the movie where I'm like, Eddie's definitely still got it. This
of course, like
yeah, of course, like this wasn't because he said he's not doing any more cash grab films, and I'm not gonna say this was the film to let us know that Eddie still has that, because that was Dolomite Is My Name was that film to tell us that Eddie still got it. But this is that film that
he got it. You're not gonna lose it, Like he got it. He been had it. So
this has me excited for I'm like, come on, Eddie, tell me you signed up to do another movie after this. Like we're gonna see starring Eddie Murphy again, and it's gonna be a good comedy. So looking forward to his next work. In terms of
you know what I'm gonna say too, like with the movie, it also showed us like celebration of life.
Yeah,
it was celebration of life, like
especially with James Earl Jones.
That's what I'm saying. Like so many things that were overlooked in this movie because, like I said, we wanted to seek and look for what we wanted to seek and find instead of taking the movie for what it was. Like people, like they said, give people their flowers before they die. Like that's what this movie showed, and it also showed us. I want to say a piece of African history. With leaning on ancestors for knowledge.
Yeah.
Because the whole time I was like, bro, are you gonna get a DNA test? Like, so you just gonna believe it, right?
Yeah, just believe that that's your son, just because the witch doctor drew it and stuff like that. But yeah, it was good. I kind of said this to myself when, because in the beginning, of course, James Earl Jones's character, he's dying. Prince Hakeem's father, he's dying, and he's like, well, I want to have a funeral before I die. So like kind of like in his final moments, they were having his funeral, which is it was a funny joke, very funny, because like how often do you live through your own funeral?
But the whole thing,
and then you die at your funeral while it's happening. Like,
and then it was funny. Music, like he really celebrated. Like it wasn't like sad or meant to be sad.
Yeah, it was like a big old party, a really big party. What I said to myself though, I was watching that, and bless James Earl Jones. I'm like, yo, this is if James Earl Jones. God forbid if he passes anytime soon, like that's his funeral right there. Like,
oh my God,
that is the perfect send off for James Earl Jones right there. God. I'm sorry, like that was in itself that was incredible. I was like, wow, I'm so glad James Earl Jones is like alive right now, because this would have been like that would have been on another level. That whole little funeral scene that'd have been a whole another level. But I digress.
So anyway, ultimately, Eddie Murphy goes back to America to find his son, and so there was a little process, and it kind of took us back to like the original Coming to America, where he's still in tourist mode.
Yeah, and
also with what the scenes I really enjoyed was when they went because he was like, what happened? Like I didn't do anything with anybody. Like what? And we find out,
Yeah, that night when they met the twins, hey, Miss Peaches and on the bad side team. Yeah, they went back to that scene and showed that Prince Hakeem was practically just drugged and slept with a woman.
And then you hate to say that, but
Yeah, which at this point right now, the movie hasn't been canceled yet, guys. Because remember what y'all did to Wonder Woman.
But then he kind of, did he volunteer? Because I mean,
do you ever truly volunteer?
It happened at the house. And
yeah, he did agree to have her come back to the house, but the drug part is where it gets a little.
Yeah, it gets a little
murky. Yeah. A little murky territory. We're not calling for anybody to be canceled, though. We've had enough of that. I've had enough of that.
I know I have.
Except for Nikki Parker.
Oh, anyway. There you go.
All right. So, what's something else that you enjoy from the movie?
The fact that the baby mamas got along. At first it was a little rocky, but they built their family. Like
that's something I wish that we could have saw a little bit more of. It's just them kind of getting along, because they're both from Queens. I just wish it was like a couple more scenes with it. That's me. That's it. I just wish it was a couple more scenes. Because I did like their dynamic there.
I mean, I thought it was enough though.
Yeah.
I don't think it overdid it, and I don't think it underdid it. Because they showed them, not getting along. Then they kind of showed like the breaking point for them to get along, and then them actually getting along, then them actually partying. So we had different levels of their relationship.
Okay.
And then the fact that, with the baby, the first baby mother, Leslie Jones, she kind of, reminded, well, I keep forgetting her, Lisa. It kind of reminded Lisa of, who she is and who she was,
Yeah.
like like I said, sometimes we get in roles and positions and forget our, role and position. So, she had to get brought back. So I think that might have, like I said, yeah, you had the baby, but like he said, this happened before I met you. Like I didn't even know. I mean, that is a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah.
So she took that with grace. And the whole thing that was funny, the way when he kept introducing his son, my bastard son.
Oh yeah, my bastard son. This is my bastard son.
That was so. Well, that's how they used to do. Like in royalty, that's what they do. They introduce you according to your title.
If you're the bastard son, you're the bastard son.
So, let me see with the whole lion scene.
Oh yeah, that took forever, but I don't know. Yeah, it was all right. It was pretty funny. I like how they had it as a moment for the for the son and the sister to kind of get along. That's really kind of like wow. Like outside of that, it's just like okay, well, when's the lion?
Well, like I said, that to me also, like I said, I'm not too familiar with African traditions, but that very well could be an African tradition, and even if it isn't. It just shows us the level of traditions and practices that were followed by Africans in different cultures. And I lost my train of thought just now. I had another going blank. It's not coming.
Well, why you get that train of thought back on track? I want to talk about
love interest.
Oh yeah, the girl that was cutting his hair, right? Yeah. Now you have some really strong opinions about that. That I didn't really see until you kind of explained that to me.
I did.
Tell our people what you thought.
Well, I thought that she was just there for like a come up, like like she saw the vulnerability in him. She saw that he wasn't technically, his mind is all over the place. He don't know what to do. He don't know how to act. He don't know this. He don't know that, and. At first sight, it appears that she's just trying to assist and lead him and just give him, what she did give him good advice. She did. Yeah. But, of course, it turns into the love interest. What happened is, what's the son name in there? Whatever. Tiana Taylor they were supposed to get married. To tradition of, we're going to find your bride and, that tradition. So, of course, this tradition was broken again because, we have it pretty much where Eddie Murphy is practically reliving his own love journey. Yeah. And it is fitting with his son's love journey. And so it's like, okay, I mean, it's just crazy because, Eddie Murphy went to America, the son went to
the moon to find his love. Yeah.
Well, not went there to find her, but, found his love there.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I was just a little, I'm like, I don't know about the hairdresser. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, because especially when they were at the altar, I know that got you too. Because when they were at the altar in Queens,
yeah,
and then they were like, "Well, we could just have the wedding here," and she was like, "Well, when you want to get married in the palace?" And I was like, "Oh, you kind of right, Sam. Like she's kind of trying to get in that palace." She's like, "Well, don't you want to get in the palace?
Yeah.
What about your family? Yeah, everybody come to the palace. That's what we want to do this."
Yeah, and I'm like, man, like if you really wanted to do it, you would have done it there.
Yeah,
like you initially started to. And like I said, and you could tell that she knew her place though, because with the king and her ranking according to the king, because she was not saying nothing. Like she knew already.
Yeah, and it would have been. I thought it would have been a good twist though if it was just like, well, I don't really love you. I just want a chance to, accomplish my dreams, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. I thought that would have been a good twist though. It would have been a good twist.
Because it was just crazy. Oh, we're gonna go to America now. First of all, he ain't even have a damn job. You still living at home with your damn mama, uncle, cousin, nephew, auntie, grandma.
Literally all those people too.
Like, cut it out. Like you're gonna bring a woman back and you don't have anything to offer her. I mean, which is common now. So it is. So yeah, with that portion of it, and then now you're trying to build off of her success as well. Because she is a great hairdresser or whatever. You went and found her a job in a barbershop and whatever the case may be, yada, yada, yada. Oh, we're going to save up the money and do this and do that. That's like, I hate to say it, but it's like,
Like she's a gold digger.
No, like he was a gold digger too. Like that's like now that I think about it like that, because at the end of the day, you didn't have a job, you were trying to find a job, and that also too his whole application process and job hunting. Like I'm gonna do that one day at a job, I'm just gonna be like, you know what?
Yeah, that was I thought it was a pretty tight scene myself though. I did like that. How they did that whole job hunting scene in the interview and things like that. I did like that. I thought it was pretty interesting. You don't see that a lot in movies, so I thought it was good. I want to talk about Wesley Snipes' character real quick. First of all, Wesley Snipes was just hilarious. That's really all I have to say. Like
Michael Blackson.
Yeah, he had Michael Blackson in there too.
I can't. What's his name? Old boy from Power. He was in there. Yes, he was on The Sun.
Yeah, that was him.
Yeah. Yep.
From the new one though, right?
No, he was in the old one. Yeah.
Oh, that's why he looked familiar. Yeah. He was the first one that tried to take over for Ghost or something, right? Yeah, I didn't watch Power. That's why I tried to take
over for Ghost, but he was up in the mix. Yeah.
Okay. Oh well, that's why I was like, I've seen him in something before. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, Wesley Snipes, man, I forgot he was that funny, honestly. He was hilarious. Everything from the way he walked down to how he was talking and how he was introduced into the room all the time. I was like, yo, this dude is just super funny, yo. I was cracking up at a lot of what he was doing, especially when he was dancing. I was sitting there cracking up, man.
But he also showed us like the power of like military too, military influence and stuff like too. Like I said, there's a lot of realistic things in this movie.
BrickWall should probably never try an African accent ever again. That was horrible. He tried though, Rick. I mean, you let them film at your house. You had to get in there.
You had your voice. You had your own coaches.
He didn't have a coach. That coach would have had him sounding better than that.
Oh, come on! I would like the hope.
Yeah, look, he bought the cheapest one.
He's like, I don't need it for that many words anyway.
I only gotta use it for a couple words.
All right, we ain't gonna try to do the impression. Just
but yeah, that was good. I want to talk about also some of the returning characters, the barbershop characters. They didn't skip a beat with that.
So somebody said the barbershop character should have been dead by then.
Oh, they should have been. They should have been dead. They old. They so old. They was old as hell in the first one. They kind of old.
Let's just say they were in their 70s in the first one, now they're in their 90s. I mean, that's life.
They passed the 90s. This has been like 30 years since that one.
Was it 30?
Yeah, it's been 30 years.
Something.
It's been about over 30 years since the first coming to America. So they like
I
in
know
the
how
hundreds.
long it was since the first one, but I'm just saying, like, chronologically for movie's sake.
Oh yeah, it's also 30 years.
Like the boy was 30.
I believe so.
I can't remember how old he was.
I know it does.
He did say his age, but yeah. So I mean,
30th anniversary of the wedding. So yes.
Okay,
30 years.
yeah.
Yeah, that's right. We looked. But yeah, I thought the barbershop people was hilarious. Arsenio as the Reverend. I didn't think I was going to laugh so hard at that. And of course, my favorite part, sexual chocolate at the end.
How many times are you gonna say that?
Because I really enjoyed it, man. I did. Like those are my key favorite parts right there. What about you? What were some parts that stood out to you?
My part was the bar scene. That part was my part in the first one, and I like the elaboration on it. I thought they did a good job with. Of course, they probably body those or just those in general for purposes of having the characters flow through and who knows, something could have been like a little deleted scene or whatever the case may be, just for, like I said, portrayal purposes. But I like that elaboration of it. Like I said, I like what it presented, and I like that it just didn't try to make it a clean movie. Like they went there, like that. You don't expect nothing less. Like he's gonna go there, and he went there and he delivered well on every aspect of it. And like I said, you're gonna take it for what you're gonna take it for. Everybody got their different opinion of things. So, like I said, the harsh judgment was not necessary.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. I don't think it was justified. I thought it was like, a good movie.
I started it and I fell asleep and I woke up and it was the ending and I don't think I missed anything. bitch, you missed the whole movie.
Yeah, you missed it. You missed a good movie. That's what you missed.
You missed
a pretty good movie.
And if you fell asleep, well, you must have been tired, because that does happen. It wasn't boring to the point of putting you to sleep. It definitely was not. I've known people who watched this movie several times already. So, like I said, it's not boring. Every time you watch it and get something different from it. But like I said, people just want to have an opinion and have something to say just to be relevant. So shut up.
I mean, this is one of those movies that you definitely have to go in and just don't have expectations. Don't have expectations for what you're about to see, because you have to also remember too, this is a different age of comedy. So there could have been a version of this movie where there were a lot more raunchy jokes and a lot more hardcore comedy humor, but this is a day and age where it's so easy for everyone to say, "Oh, I was offended by that." That is just like, okay, we're gonna go with a version of this that can appeal to everybody, that can appeal to families, because The First Coming to America is watched by families, like children, young and old, like people young and old watched The First Coming to America. I saw The First Coming to America as a kid. I just can't remember seeing the entire movie.
Exactly.
I never can remember seeing the entire movie. So
Probably
that's on me.
You're sneaking and watching it. That's
no, I never snuck and watched that movie. Because I don't see a reason to snuck and watch Coming to America. Like to this day.
It's an adult movie. That's number one.
No. I had better adult movies to try to sneak and watch.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this is a PG-13 movie. I do think it's definitely appropriate for the kids to watch. It's a great family movie. It falls in line with what Eddie can probably do today in terms of having a movie out.
I mean, like I said, the whole thing is that he showed adaptation as well. Like, just not like with what he presented. Like, he knew he had to deliver things a certain way, and he did.
And it expands on the first story so organically. A lot of these long time sequels, they don't really expand on those stories very well. This one, it's like, oh, okay, well, that's so now, and it brings back literally everybody, even the twins from the bar. My name is Peaches, and I'm like, it brings them back. So it's like, wow, like John Amos was back in this. The McDowell's owner, he's back in this. The McDowell's thing is still funny as well, because what was it? The McFlurry ripoff.
They had one in Zamunda too.
Yeah,
that shit was funny. I was like, no.
And they still getting sued by McDonald's and stuff like that. So it's really
and
funny.
And then also the relationship that they developed as father, as son-in-law, and
and father-in-law and things like that. Yeah, they have
because his father passed. He doesn't have the fatherly advice anymore from his dad, so it's great that he was able to get it from somewhere else.
Yeah, so I mean, it was a great movie. It's a good celebration of the first movie, a good celebration of Black culture. And honestly, this could be a launching pad for a lot of Black comedians, or further push their careers in different places. So I'm excited for that. I did not necessarily favor the son's acting, but
yeah,
he has room to grow.
Yeah.
So I'll give him that much. Maybe we'll see him in something else soon. I would like to see his ability.
Like I said, you could see the parts where he might not have been too comfortable, and the other parts was like okay, and then okay. So I mean, it was like in and out for me with him and his acting. Like I was like, damn, he pissed me off with his acting. But I mean, shit, you got the role, you got it for a reason. So yeah,
so you want to come up, you got to act alongside Eddie and Arsenio.
Like Captain Marvel, okay? So yeah, yeah.
So so that is
it's only up,
So what are you giving this story, this movie?
I'm gonna give it I'll give it a 4.3.
4.3. Yeah, I'm right along with you. I'll give it about a 4. Yeah, about 4.3.
Yeah, like I said, it did what it did. It really grasped what it was supposed to grasp.
Yeah, and
like I said, there's always gonna be parts and stuff that they should have done, but I just think that they did a well job with the elaboration. Nothing was too like drawn out. Nothing was like a whole 30-minute backstory.
Yeah.
Avenger.
I heard a very compelling case for why that worked in Endgame lately. But we're not going to talk about it. We'll talk about it on private. But one more question I have to ask. Backtrack. This obviously it was a streaming release. It was originally intended for theaters.
Bro, it would have broke the theaters.
You think it would have broke?
I think it
would have done good.
Yep.
I can agree. I can agree because people would have for as many people watched it on Prime.
America, yeah.
Because a lot of people flocked to Prime and set a lot of records there. I think it definitely would have set records in theaters. And I think even despite what people say about it, people still would have went to go see it.
Yeah.
I definitely think people would have. I think it would have did a strong opening weekend too. My God.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It would have been a strong.
It'd have been a strong opening.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. So
I mean, the whole thing about it is that the naysayers would probably wouldn't have even went to the movies to see it. You just happen to have Prime.
Yeah,
that's how I feel.
This was so accessible to everybody. Like this was a smart move for Amazon because you're so accessible to everybody. Like, everyone has Prime, Eddie. Everyone will see a movie.
Yeah, but then the thing too is the fact that a lot of actors and film companies, they are more leaning toward, no, let's get this in the film. We're gonna make money. This, like, I didn't hear all that commotion about this. Like, I didn't feel any hesitation from him going to a streaming service to release it.
Yeah, because it was really just I think the major holdup was probably just like sponsors from that were in the movie, like different sponsors. Like they had to strike a different deal, but Eddie had the final say in it. So, but it was good. I think it turned out well. I think the streaming release definitely did benefit it. But the theatrical would have benefited as well. If
it would have made. I think I would have went and saw it in the theater.
Yeah, I would have definitely.
Yeah,
went too.
Like I was too young to see the first one in the theater. I don't even think I was born yet.
No,
but I don't even think I was born yet. But somewhere. No, I don't think I was even a thought swimming around in.
I was still finishing up my past life, so whatever that was.
So yeah, like I think I would have been in there. What would have been interesting though? I wonder if if people would have been trying to wear like the African attire there,
Oh, they would have pulled another Black Panther.
Yeah, that was so funny.
Yeah, but so that is it. That is all we have for y'all tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in. Remember to hit that like button down below if you enjoy this content. And we are now here on Sundays, so remember that Sundays will be around. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. Check out our previous reviews and check out our upcoming reviews. And remember, I'm here this week coming up for 2 awesome things.
For what?
For the Snyder Cut. And
okay. I forgot you did a whole 30-minute intro.
And for Falcon and the Winter Soldier. My weeklies will be on Saturdays.
Oh, yeah, check out Superman and Lois. That was pretty good.
Yeah, Superman and Lois. Definitely check that out.
The Flash was good as well. Check that out.
Great season so far. If the Flash gets the Superman and Lois budget, we all know we're in trouble. But until then, guys, make sure you guys take care, stay safe, and keep your eyes on your clocks. I hope y'all get up early enough. Other than that,
that's it.